Good day everyone, welcome to Wysol's Wisdom. My name is Nathan and today I'm going to be talking about my alien contact experiences. Okay, so what do I mean by alien contact? So I'm not talking about physical contact, I'm talking about macabre spheres that you may have seen, heard about. There is a particular YouTuber that I watch quite a lot called Vibes and Frequency, who's also called Nathan, has recently spoke about these. He's talking about how you may have seen them, spheres in the sky that move like kind of inhuman, okay? But we don't have the technology for those things to be moving like that, okay? So I'm going to talk about what I've deduced from seeing these flying macabres over 10 times now. I've seen them over 10 times, and a couple of weeks ago I seen multiple at once, okay? I have footage for you as well, so I will put that in the middle of the video, just so you can see what they look like and what I'm talking about, okay? Again, footage and talking about what came to my intuition when seeing these spheres and interacting with these spheres. Now, before I continue, I want to talk about aliens quickly. So, the kind of premises of this video is also going to be trying to mesh the kind of left-hand path witch community with the kind of the light workers and the starseed community, because of a man named Aleister Crowley. Now, a lot of people are probably going to think, oh, the Beast 666, oh, he's a bad person. And some of you are going to think, oh no, he did the work. He did work, okay? Now, Mr. Crowley, in some of his books, talks about how he came into contact with alien entities through his magical workings, okay? Now, a man named Kenneth Grant, who worked with Aleister Crowley, spoke about in the book Circles of Time. I've got it in here. What's the title called? Circles of Time? Outside Circles of Time. I'm not sure if you can see that. No idea. But yeah, Outside Circles of Time. He mentions in like the first chapter that when Crowley died, so when Aleister Crowley died, after all these interactions with aliens, and he's got depictions of aliens as well, and I also have some depictions of aliens as well that I'm going to show you, that when Crowley died in 1947, that there was an increase in UFO activity. So the guy that was communicating with aliens through magical workings and other entities, deities, etc., etc., when he passed, influx of alien UFO activity started occurring. Okay, so that was in 1947. Now, are all aliens bad? Are all aliens good? There are some malevolent aliens, and there are many benevolent aliens. Okay, so these flying macabres that you may or may not have seen, again, I'll show you. I don't know when I'm going to put it in the video. It might be after this bit. But what I got from seeing these flying macabres is that they only show to you when you are a vibrational match to them. Okay, so they're actually allowing you to see them flying around. Okay, this makes a lot of sense for me, because the only times I've personally seen these is when I've gone onto my balcony where I live. Okay, it's just me on the balcony, only me there, and they literally pop up in front of my face. In front of my face. Okay, directly where I'm looking, there's like a tree line / building line, and it just flies up. Okay, it just flies up. Again, I've got some footage of this. If you don't believe me, believing allows you to be lied to. Okay, I'm going to prove it to you. Okay? Aliens are real. They're here, and they're gonna come say hello soon. Or they already have to some people, actually. But these flying macabres, they are benevolent. Okay? They are light beings, literally flying. Okay? These are entities flying. It's not a spaceship. It's not a mechanical object. It's an entity flying. Flying. I'm going to say that again. An entity is flying around. Okay? Now, like I just said, they only show when you are at a match. When they want you to see them. Okay? Now, when multiple... Makes sense, actually. So I've been doing some work on myself, you could say, in the last couple of months. And then maybe 2 to 2.5 weeks ago, I seen 6 at the same time in a 6-pointed star formation. Okay? I didn't record this one because I didn't even have my phone outside. When this occurred, I did not take my phone outside. It's like they knew that I didn't take my phone outside. It's very strange, but literally I sat down about 2 to 3 minutes as I'm like looking up in the stars. 6 orbs just come out of nowhere. Just go bing, come out of nowhere, and then they move probably a good 20 something miles. Like, let's just say this hand is the 6 orbs. They went boom, boom. They're literally moving that fast. Okay? Now, what I mean is that when they know that you're looking at them, when they want to show themselves to you, okay? So during this event, I tried to go tell the people that I live with, so my family and stuff. I literally, as I got out of my seat and went to open my mouth, this is legit, like as soon as I was about to shout someone, I went, like my mouth was opening, they evaporated. They evaporated. They just went bloop, evaporated into thin air, like they wasn't there. I'm not lying. Okay, this was a rather strange experience, because again, it told me that they only want specific people to be seeing these. Like, they don't want everyone to be like, oh, they don't want everyone to know that there's flying beings flying around. Like, they don't want everyone to see. It's not that they don't want everyone to see, it's that not everyone can comprehend it. For example, if someone that was very underdeveloped spiritually and like mentally, etc., etc., has seen something, let's just take it for like opening the Ajna chakra, but in a detrimental manner where you start to see things and you're not aware of what you're seeing, and you start to rant to people and tell people that, oh, I'm seeing things, I'm hearing things, and then you tell your family that, they'll call you crazy. It's kind of like that. They don't want people that aren't able to comprehend what they've just seen, seeing them. Like, I don't think anyone in my house could have comprehended seeing 6 lights in the sky darting about like a freaking... Like, they move so fast. Like, miles in seconds. Miles in seconds. Especially when I saw the 6 of them. It was like... And then when they evaporated, it's like they split off into groups. Okay, so there were 6, and then I seen, after they evaporated, they kind of, I couldn't find them anymore, I couldn't see them anymore. But at one point, I think it was like 3 to 4 minutes later, 2 of them So like, let's say example, the 6 were over there. 2 of them from these 6 flew above my head. Like above my head. And I'm just up there like looking like, holy fuck. And they just went above my head and travelled the other way. So that's kind of my experiences with the macabres. Again, I've seen single ones at least 10 times. I'm going to put the footage in now. There's a bunch of different footage. I'm not sure if the audio is there because I had to screen record my my Instagram story highlight thing, just so I could save it. Because I didn't actually record it on recording, I put it on my Instagram story just so like other people can see it. So I'll put that in now. Yo! What the fuck? What the fuck is it? It's going. It's going. Circle thing is here again. Let me see if I can try. Let's see what it does. I'm not zooming in, by the way. That's it going bigger. Shit. Where you go? You can see it's moved far. Where's the light? There's a light. It was over there. No, oh, it's gone again. It's legit fucking moving, yo. Let me zoom out. Where am I? There's a light. Where is it? Yeah, you can't see it. It's fucking dipping. Yo, I don't know if you can see this flash, but that's the military looking for it. I can't hear the other one because it's fucking quiet. Okay, now since we've seen that is, you cannot explain what's happening there, okay? Again, I'm not sure if the audio is in, because obviously I'm recording this bit, and I'm going to edit that bit in, but in one of the parts of the videos, the military starts going the same freaking direction that orb was going. Yeah. Again, I don't know if you can hear the noise in the audio, but there is like, you can tell when it's military and when it's an unidentified flying object, because these unidentified flying objects make no fucking sound. They make no sound at all. But a jet goes, you can fucking hear that thing from fucking miles away. There was military chasing these orbs, or attempting to chase the orbs, because they ain't fucking catching those things for shit. But yeah, military were chasing them, and they can manipulate, from what it seems like. I'm telling secrets, sir. I'm not telling you how they do it. Let's just say we are capable of more things that you can fathom. I'm going to put this out there. If you were not manipulated like you were from an early age, and you, for example, developed yourself like in a mystery school from like the age of like 5, what do you think you could do? just gonna let you sit on that question. Now, why don't I talk about some more aliens? So, a lot of people, due to David Icke, who I came across in like 2011 when I just finished school at the age of like 16, 17, which was a pretty baffling experience to come across David Icke talking about the banking system, the governments, reptilians, etc., etc. I wanted to talk about reptilians a little bit, because a lot of people seem to perceive that all reptilians are malevolent and evil entities. Reptilians, or Alpha Draconians, are some of the oldest creatures in existence. Some of the oldest creatures in existence. Now, let's look at the development of Earth. So, the development of Earth, it was mainly water surface until land masses started rising up, okay? Now, the first creatures on Earth were lizard-like creatures, okay? They came out of the water and they were reptilian creatures. The original kind of organisms, land organisms, were like tailed reptilians that planted eggs, okay? Reptilians, alien reptilians, are very, very old, okay? Which is why you will find benevolent and malevolent ones, because they are primordial creatures. They are very, very primordial creatures. Now, there are some good ones and some bad ones. I'm going to show you a picture of a good one. It's a female. I don't know her name. A female that is benevolent. I'm not sure if you can see this well. Like so. But that is a benevolent female reptilian. Now again, there are malevolent reptilians. There are malevolent humans. Okay, so let's not label races like we do with each other as good and bad. Let's just understand them. Okay, because humans are good and bad. Reptilians can be good and bad. I've heard even bad things about things like the Galactic Federation of Light. Like there's Nordics that pretend to be benevolent beings that aren't. So there's a lot of deep, dark secrets we don't really know about, essentially. I'm trying to think if I've got another one. I did pretty sure I drew some other dude somewhere. It might have been in a different journal. But yeah, that's a female reptilian that I drew. I kind of channeled it, I guess. It was just something that was like in my mind's eye. I was like, I'm going to draw this. So I drew it. But yeah, that is not the end of the video, because I just remembered that I want to talk about my kind of, I wouldn't call it a physical contact, more a dream contact, and other shit that I saw, actually. We'll talk about the other ship first. So this one was actually many years ago. This wasn't a macabre. This was something else. I was living in Leeds. I was at university at the time, and I can't remember if it was after a drunken night out or not, so bear that in mind. I came back into my room. I looked out the window and I see like a light in the sky, but then I also see there was like a multitude of small lights around a slightly bigger light. It looked like what people would define as a UFO, kind of the disc-shaped UFO with a light in the middle and like little lights all around it. So that was kind of the first UFO experience, and then after that was the macabres that I've seen at the balcony where I live now. Now the physical, it wasn't physical, it was a dream state experience. And it actually caused me sleep paralysis because I wasn't sure what was going on at the time. But I was dreaming about I had my own gym or something. I lived above this kind of compound. It was it was a bunch of different things. I had like my own massive building that I lived at the top of it. And then at the end of the dream, I went to bed, and then these two tall-ass motherfuckers with lengthy heads stroll into my room. She stroll into my room and stand at my bedside while I'm in the dream, in bed in my dream. They're standing there, looking at me. Just staring. I couldn't really see their face, it was just black. But they were just staring. And then I kind of woke up from it. I didn't wake up, I was like in sleep paralysis, you can't move. Even if you're conscious that it's a dream and you're kind of waking up, you're stiff. You're like, what the fuck is that? It just makes you freeze. And then I opened my eyes, and then I woke up. And what I got from that was that there are extraterrestrial beings that have always been around and always have been trying to assist our development. They're always here, okay? This Earth is not just a three-dimensional realm, it's a 3+4D realm, okay? So, because you can't see all spectrums of light, every other spectrum of light that you cannot see is simultaneously happening right here. There are entities, creatures around me right now that you cannot see because humans are not capable of seeing the whole light spectrum. This is science, this is facts, okay? Now these alien entities, you can call them aliens, you can call them... No, a lot of these are literally aliens that have lives, physical bodies in another place or dimension, okay? Some of these things that you practice in witchcraft are archetypal energy currents, but then there are alien entities with physical bodies that live on another planet, with an unphysical body that lives in another dimension that exists here. There is a multitude of different aliens that are around and have been around for a very, very, very long time, okay? And I want to do one more thing on the reptile subject that I mentioned. Reptiles are also depicted throughout ancient cultures, okay? You can look to South America, they have massive statues of what looks like Alpha Draconians. And then you go to look like ancient Sumeria, etc. They have reptilian statues, okay? These creatures have been here for a very long time. A very long time, and they predate our current bodies, okay? You need to remember, if you studied the Anunnakis, that these vessels were essentially made to collect resources, okay? And there were other humanoid life forms that have existed on Earth, exist elsewhere, that have come to Earth before, okay? If you've checked out and studied like Lemuria and Atlantis, you would find that Earth used to be kind of a galactic spaceport. So there used to be a bunch of different races coming to and from this place, essentially. But yeah, I think that is it for my alien contact experiences. But yeah, there are Nordic, they call them Nordics. These Nordics guise themselves as Pleiadians. Okay, they guise themselves as Pleiadians to seem benevolent, but they are rather malevolent. Okay, but yeah, I will leave that there for today. Just my kind of alien contact experiences, what I've deduced from seeing the spheres, seeing multiple spheres at the same time, and stuff like that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Peace out.